Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are doing an unboxing. Now for the most part this unboxing is going to be secondhand. There is one sci-fi parcel that is not, it's brand new releases, and there are also a couple of parcels I got from Blackwell's on sale, as well as a few other goodies. Just before we get into it, if you haven't already, remember to give this video a like and subscribe for lots of Manga content, and check out my channel memberships for early access to all my videos for 99p a month, as well as emotes while I do my live streams. There's going to be a bunch of live streams during the month of April to celebrate hitting 1,000 members on the Dudette Discord server, which you should join by the way if you haven't yet. I catch a lot of my secondhand pickups because of the server and lots of wonderful people sharing any deals that they find, so definitely do join, but also lots of amazing people and having a great time. Without further ado, let's do some unboxing. Let's try and do some secondhand first. So we are starting with this one, which is technically already open a little bit. I haven't actually started editing it yet, but I did a crazy massive sci-fi unboxing. There was so much stuff. I couldn't quite remember which ones secondhand and which weren't, and I guessed wrong. One of them was secondhand, so I did leave it for this video because that other video is long enough. It took like 3 hours to film. So this one's already open. Let's pull these out and see what we got. Una currently has the zoomies behind me. Hopefully you can't hear her too much. You might be able to hear a bell. So we got two parcels, I think about 10 volumes in each. Actually, I'm going to open both of them because I've noticed there are some volumes from the same series in both parcels. Una's already climbed in the box that I threw over. She does not fit very well. Okay, so if I pull them out, we have got 4, 5, 6, 7 of Kimono Jien. So volume 4, 5, 6, and 7. So all of this was bought secondhand on Sci-fi, and you can get 20% off secondhand. They have a code for that, which is pretty neat. So I think I got these for like £5 each, maybe even a bit less after the discount code. I did vaguely enjoy what I've read of the series so far. It was like a monster mystery kind of dealeroonie detective agency, but it's quite a pricey series. I don't know if any of them have a sticker. I think it's like $12.99 in stores, and I didn't enjoy it enough to like rush to keep up to date, so really happy to see a bunch secondhand. And we have 2 volumes of Sweet Blue Flowers, 2 and 3. That one is a little dented on the back. Unfortunately, it's not too bad, I guess. I feel like it's kind of a tricky series to find nowadays, so I was happy to find 2 and 3. I already have volume 1. I can't remember how it completes that, maybe 4 or 5. It's not too long, just tricky to find. Now we have 2 volumes of Seaside Stranger, volumes 4 and 5, I believe. I still have not gotten around to reading my copies, but I believe again these were about £5 or less. That tends to be like my go-to price for any publisher that's not Viz. If I can get it secondhand for £5, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, and these feel pretty good condition. And we got, at that time I got reincarnated as a Slime Ways the Monster Nation volume 2, a spin-off from the main series. I started reading volume 1 many years ago and got a spoiler for the main series, got very annoyed and have not gone back to it yet. I'm fairly sure I am at a good point where I can read it now. I just need to, but this, I was missing a volume 2, so at least I can read a bit further. We have Black Butler volume 12. So far I think I'm only picking this series up secondhand. I have like 10 volumes of the series now, which is only like a third of what's out. I'm very behind. This volume definitely feels a little bit more battered. It definitely is a bit more like red compared to some of the other ones so far. As we have Yagi the Bookshop Goat, I think is a one-shot from Tokyo Pop. I'm gonna guess it's a BL. I don't know. I quite liked seeing it in store, but it was always way too pricey. Tokyo Pop, it's like $13.99. Nope, not doing that. I think I picked this up again for about £5.50, maybe £6 at a push. At least I didn't have to pay crazy prices. Another Tokyo Pop. I'm looking for Serious Love. I think this might be a one-shot. I am loving these spines from Tokyo Pop. I think they're so nice and pretty, and they've got like different fonts and stuff going on. They just look so much more, I mean, especially compared to like old school Tokyo Pop or a whole bunch of like old school Viz and stuff, which is just very monotone and dull. And then you have this, it just looks so much more fun. And then final one in this parcel is Are You Alice 3. I picked up a load of this series on sale many years ago, and I'm struggling to find some like gaps in my series in the series, but I am slowly tracking them down, mostly secondhand. This one definitely is also a little bit battered, but it's kind of an older one, so I'm not too surprised. Okay, we've got another sci-fi that I'm fairly positive is secondhand. Ooh, we got some bookmarks in this one. I'll put those to the side and pull these out. I don't really remember what's on these two. I might once again open them both together. Oh, we got another That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Ways the Monster Nation Volume 3. I think actually with these 2 volumes it means I have a clear run of the series, which is absolutely wonderful. It means I can like really get reading. Then we have Star Wars Rebels Volumes 1 and 2. I think there might be a third one. Yeah, I think there might be a third one. I love Star Wars. Ben also loves Star Wars. We have watched all of the Star Wars live actions, all the animated series, including Rebels. I really liked Rebels, so I was so happy to be able to finally get a hold of some of the manga. I feel like you don't see it around too often either. A lot of the Star Wars stuff seems to be a little trickier to find. Well, I'm still on the hunt for the, I think is it Lost Stars is another one published by Yen Press. I have 2 volumes, I'm missing I think volume 2. Yes, super duper pleased with these volumes, so happy. And so is Ben actually. There are 2 volumes of Girl from the Other Side, volume 9 and volume 10. Again, this series I seem to only be picking up secondhand nowadays. I've managed to get 1 to 5 and now I have 9 and 10. I am still missing, I think, I'll be missing like 4 or 5 volumes before it's complete, but it's still progress, especially when I'm only paying like £5 for the volumes. It's definitely very nice. Next we have 2 volumes of Kingdom Hearts. So we have Kingdom Hearts 2 Volume 2 Omni and Kingdom Hearts Final Mix 2. So I had started picking up the singles from Tokyo Pop, not realising that they never finished publishing, so I have moved over to picking these chunky Omnis from Yen Press, even though I'm not a massive fan of Omnis. But it's the only way to actually complete the series, hey ho. Ben is a massive Kingdom Hearts fan. I watched him play 3, mostly picking these up for him to give a go at some point. Ancient Magus Bride Volume 8. This is actually the next volume I need in the series to read. I have 1 to 7, so seeing the next volume that you need in a series in a secondhand section is amazing. I've been really wanting to read more of the series. It's just expensive nowadays. A lot of 7Cs are expensive in my opinion, so I just really put off picking up this series until I see them secondhand, I guess. Soul Eater 17. This is the last volume of Soul Eater I needed to complete the series, and finding it secondhand was like such a good feeling. It was absolutely beautiful. I think it was 17 and 18, and I got 18 in the massive sci-fi order I did, and then I got 17 in the secondhand order, and paying like a half price for it was just the icing on the cake. It was amazing. Finally, this series is complete. And that's such a nice purple for the title, and oh. And then we have The Grey Man 18, which is also the last volume I needed in this series. Not to get up to date because the series is ongoing, if not very slowly, but to have a complete run. I nearly picked this up RRP in a random back alley store that I found. And I'm glad I held off because I ended up picking it up for about £4. The condition is fine. It's okay. I'm quite happy with it. I'm just elated. I managed to complete 2 series with second-hand pricing. Is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Dungeon 2 Volume 2? I still don't understand what's happening with this series, so I'm not rushing to pick it up unless I see it second-hand. It has a crease on the back cover, unfortunately, but that's not too bad. I think it's more noticeable because it's a matte volume, unfortunately. Hey ho! Then we have Hammer Volume 1 from the Rockport publisher. I'm trying to pick up some more series from this publisher. I'm not doing very well. This one has been in the secondhand section on sci-fi for a long time now, and it was like £1.50. It really doesn't bode too well for the series, but I might still like it because I do enjoy my bad series. Then we have Until I Met My Husband 1. I had been interested in buying this, but it was pricey. It's a big 7Cs, so it was like $13.99 in stores. big heavy white paper, so I just held off. So I picked it up, I think it was about £6 after the discount, which isn't too bad considering it's a big 7Cs with hefty paper. So excited for that one. And then finally this one is Emma 3, chunky thick hardback volume. I think it was about £11 or £12. Can't remember off the top of my head, post discount and everything. I have volume 2 and volume 3 now, so I do still have a few to pick up before I can read it. Everyone talks about how amazing it is, so I do really want to try and grab it and pick it up. I know it had a reprint recent-ish, last few months maybe, so I'm hoping there's still some lingering around, but I also don't want to pay in the 20s for it because I've never paid that high for a manga volume before, so I'm really putting off getting the rest. So I do actually have one more massive sci-fi second-hand box before we get to the new releases, but I did think actually let's open all these smaller ones. There's a little break in between the boxes. Let's still start with the World of Books parcels, which are second-hand. Actually, hopefully there's going to be one series in both of these parcels. Yep, we have got X by Clamp Volume 2. Let me check this as well. Yep, and 4 and 5 X by Clamp. So there is quite a large Clamp following on the Dudette Discord. There is a Clamp question of the day that still lives on almost a year later. I think it's had thousands and thousands of messages. And they are very, very big Clamp enthusiasts. And yeah, basically I was enabled to start also trying to pick up some Clamp because they spoke so nicely of it. I kind of just wanted to join in. So I started with some of these. I found these in a lot of books. They worked out just under 10 each, I want to say. I do understand the first Omni is like the hardest one to find, which is a shame, but I do have, ooh, it says £10 on it. It says 15 underneath. I do understand that one is the hardest to find, but I'm still making progress. I've got 3 of them now. And then we have these 2 Blackwell's parcels. Now, if I open this one... Yes! There is also another X volume. This one is volume 4. So that means I have 2, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm just missing 1 and 3. And the condition of them all isn't too bad. I mean, the fact that can you completely tell that volume 4 is the brand new copy? I'm not fully convinced it's a brand new copy and it's not just found stock. What's the date in the back? First printing October 2012. Do you think Viz are just like finding all this stock that's been just in the back bin corners or something? Because it's been the same with quite a few shoujo series. Hey ho, I still got them, that's all that matters, and the spines aren't damaged. I know, I think Liddy Moon had gotten one from Amazon and her binding was just like disintegrating. They're going on the floor though because they're quite big and heavy and I don't have much space. Okay, this should just be some sale manga that I picked up. Don't think it's many, I think it's only like 2 volumes. Yeah. So we have Yakuza Reincarnation Volume 8. This was kind of a fun, neat isekai, where the trope was it's an old guy that's been isekai'd as a young woman. I enjoy it. It's again not an amazing isekai, but I enjoy it. And it's the next volume I need, so when it was like half price on Blackwell's, I was like, yep, yes please, thank you. And I also got Skip Beat 16, which is one of 2, that's right, 2 Skip Beat volumes I need before I am up to date. The last one I need is 35. After waiting so long to find this volume, and then it's popped up on Blackwell's for like half price or 3 for 2 price or cheaper than 3 for 2 price is beautiful and amazing. I'm so happy. So happy. I'll actually one day read it now. Okay, now we're on to the big sci-fi second-hand box. I have to move some of this manga. Doesn't even fit on camera. You can't even see all the edges, can you? I'll probably just have to open it and then unbox the parcels again like I did with the others. Oh, I'm making such a mess. More bookmark. Okay, we're gonna unload this. Yeah, I remember buying this much. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parcels. I think we'll do this really big one first because I think I remember what it is. So I got these for Ben. These are Ben's. This is a Starfinder book. I assume RPG of some sort. Both of these were really cheap, by the way. One of them was like £4 and the other was like 10. I can't remember which way round it was. And Go Straight, the ultimate guide to side-scrolling beat-em-ups, which is very much Ben's kind of thing. It is a chunk of a book. It's kind of plastic wrapped, some of it's peeled a bit, but not like bad enough, because otherwise I'd say that's kind of like new. That's what they consider second-hand. Okay, we'll just start from the top. I know I've bought multiple volumes from the same series, but I don't know which parcels they'll all be in. I think there might be another one for Ben as well. Yes, this is another one for Ben. Yes, this is another one for Ben. Metal Gear Solid, Hideo Kojima's magnum opus. I assume it's just a whole bunch of story lore about Metal Gear Solid. It's Metal Gear Solid 5. That is also still vaguely plastic wrapped. That was really discounted as well, quite a lot. I did make a boo-boo. I did accidentally buy this twice, so this volume is going to go onto my giveaway swap pile. Again, it was like £1.50, so it wasn't the biggest, it wasn't the end of the world or anything, but silly boo-boo. Miss Kobanashi's Dragon Maid, Elmer's Office Lady Diary 2. It's a spin-off from the main series. I've gotten loads of Miss Kobanashi's Dragon Maid from Sci-fi for like more than half price, and it was no different with this one. It was like £4 or something, which is crazy. But it's cheap, and it's thin. Let's Buy the Land and Cultivate It in Another World 5. There should be a bunch of volumes from this series. I have volume 1, and I've read my volume 1, but I don't have any more. I'm hoping there is actually 2 to 5 in the parcel. Another isekai where it was okay. I'd put it in like a C tier in terms of like my isekai tastes. I wouldn't recommend it. It's very similar in my opinion to like Farming Life in Another World, but not as good. And I wasn't massive on Farming Life in Another World either. Yeah, there's another 2. We have volumes 2 and 4 of the series. So hopefully we still have volume 3. The quality's fine. I'd be happy buying this off a shelf in a store, to be honest. I'm quite happy with it. Then we have 6 and 7 of Drugstore in Another World. I have 1 to 5, so it was nice to be able to get the next 2. Isekai like this, which I would say is like C tier isekai, always appears in sale sections. I can always tell when I read some isekai. Sometimes you can just tell from the title. Is it the sort of series that's going to appear in a sale section? Then I absolutely stop rushing to try and pick it up. I might pick up volume 1 in like a 3 for 2 because I like picking up volume 1s. But after that, any more that I want to pick up, I pretty much wait for sale or secondhand. That's what I'm doing with this series. Then we have the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya 8. I actually went on a bit of a binge trying to pick this series up a few years ago, and then kind of fell off a bit because they started to get hard to find. This one was a decent price, so I just grabbed it. So I have another one. I still only have like 9 volumes of the series, which isn't even halfway, I think. Then we have a light novel for Ben. Saga of Tanya the Evil is a series he is actively picking up. It's volume 10, which must be vaguely newish. Actually, it might have hit like 11 now. It might be in double digits. Ooh, what is that on the corner? Ooh, it's some weird printing. It's not cut right. That's not like bent pages, it's just bonus paper actually, and that's amusing. I wonder if he'll cut it or not. Yeah, he's very excited. In fact, he sent me a link to this, but I'd already put it in my basket. This is another one for Ben. It is The Witcher: The Last Wish. It's got the Netflix cover, but it was super cheap. It was like £1 or £2. So he was interested in trying it, so he was like, why not at that kind of price? Would you believe it? I bought a real book. Apparently there's this series of Disney-themed Twisted Tales books that I'm slightly interested in trying. I have picked up the Belle one, Beauty and the Beast one, and they had the Snow White one, which is called Mirror Mirror. And it was like £1.50 before the discount, so I didn't really pay that much to pick it up. I hope to get to them. I mean, I do love my Disney, and I kind of I'm intrigued by some darker variations of the story. I will get to it. Then we have 10 Dance Volume 1. This had been like something, shall I pick up or not? It's been on my shall I try list for a long time. So when I saw it in the secondhand section, I was like, let's just bite the bullet. I'm surprised how many dancing themed manga I now have in my collection. I think it's like the 3rd or the 4th. Then we have 2 volumes of Yuri Is My Job, Volume 6 and Volume 10. I think I picked up another 3 volumes from Sci-Fi secondhand a few months ago. I still don't even have like Volume 1. I've got lots of gaps in the series, but it is one I want to try. Then we have Fruits Basket, another one. Is it a spin-off of the main series. I'm not really too sure, but it was very cheap. Again, like £5. I was like, okay, let's grab it. I still have to read the main series. I'm so sorry. I'm very behind on so much reading. But it was cheap, so I grabbed it. So I can have more of a complete run of the series. Oh, we got two more volumes of those isekais. Another Let's Cultivate the Land, Volume 3. And Drugstore Volume 8. I forgot I'd got an 8, so 6, 7, 8. I don't know if that actually even brings me up to date. These isekai release so quickly, I'm always behind, it feels. Then we have To Love Ru 3, 4. This was about £5-ish. It's normally, it is a very questionable series from my understanding. The spines are very rainbowy, which I enjoy. I have actually managed to pick up quite a few of these. I think I'm only missing like 3 omnis before I'm complete, which considering I do believe it's a harder to find series, I'm quite happy with. Laid Back Camp Volume 7. This is such a nice, chill, heartwarming series. It's like taking a really deep breath reading this. I am missing a gap. I have a gap of like 3 volumes. This does start to fill it. I might only be missing 1 or 2 volumes after this one. Also Rainbow Spines. I just realised that none of the corners are chipped, and it's a matte yen press. That is so good. Then we have Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun 14. I seem to be picking up a lot of this series secondhand at the moment. I was okay. I found volume 1 okay, so I'm not rushing. I now have about 6 volumes, maybe 7 volumes of the series, which isn't too bad considering I'm only paying like £4 or £5 for them. And then we have Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android Volume 3. Now, this is actually the only volume I have of the series because my volume 1 that I had ordered like last year got cancelled and I just never got around to picking it back up again. I'll keep an eye on it, probably secondhand again at this point. It's been out long enough. It's probably my kind of degenerate series, which is why I was quite happy grabbing volume 3 when it was really cheap. Okay, we are now on to the last box, which is the new release box. So I ordered this box during Liddy Moon's birthday live stream. I did a small-ish order for me. I need to replace the blade on this knife. There we go. I think that was a few weeks ago. I think it took about 2 weeks to arrive. Some card, I guess. Protect things. I think I'll probably decant again, just because I'm at a different table today, so I don't have as much space. Found the bookmarks. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parcels. Let's just scoot those to the side and get into it. I think for the most part, it's new releases / a few series I really wanted to get a couple of volumes of. Ooh, starting strong. We have got Before You Discard Me, I Shall Have My Way With You, Volume 1. It is a brand new steamship. It is not plastic wrapped. I've heard many concerning things. I try to avoid actually reading what the concerning things are. All I've read is like, it's red flag, very concerning, and lots of people are saying to not try it. So that's made me extra intrigued. Especially since I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the steamship line. I feel like half the series in the line shouldn't be in the line. I feel like we could have better series, basically. So I'm very intrigued by that one. And we have the other new steamship title, Healer for the Shadow Hero Volume 1. This one is plastic wrapped. I've heard nothing about this one. So extra hype for this one, I think. Maybe. Okay, next we have 2 volumes 1 and 2 of Baby Bear's Bakery. Now, this was recommended to me by Manga Sloth. He was like, lots of people need to try this, no one seems to know about it. It's published by Dempa. It is very thin. It's a lot thinner than I was expecting. So whether or not I think it's worth the price, don't know. I need to read it. But to be fair, sometimes even if I love the series, if it's expensive and it's this thin, I can be put off a bit. Also realised the only difference in the spine is the very faint 1 and 2 at the top. I'm gonna go in hopeful. I'm gonna go in hopeful. Yay! Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom Volume 5. I am loving this series so much. I'm so happy every time I get a new volume. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Highly recommend. It was one of my favorite reads of 2023. Do recommend. It is a pricier series, unfortunately. There are only 5 out at the moment in English, but it has hit double digits, I want to say, in Japan. Whether or not that puts you off. Ogami Can't Keep It In Volume 3. Hopefully there is a Volume 2 in here as well. I did a manga reading vlog during March. It didn't go very well because I kept not reading and being very unwell. But Volume 1 of this is one of the series I read and I absolutely adored it. It was like a cross between Come Can't Communicate and Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season. Both series I absolutely adore, so this I also really adored. It made me so happy, and it made me so happy going in blind because I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did, and I thoroughly did. So I grabbed 2 and 3. I'm not sure if 4 is out, or if it was too expensive for me to pick up. It will definitely be in my next haul if it is a reasonable price. Ooh, we got so many. I got a load of viz. We have Kuma 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 Bear Volume 8. Very, very wholesome, cute isekai. I adore it. In fact, the main character is called Yuna, and I named my fluffy bear-like cat Yuna as well. I did also buy an Nendoroid of the main character. Hopefully it'll be on my way by the time this video goes out. It'll appear in a Nyokyo video of sorts at some point. Next we have Chainsaw Man Volume 14. I had a brief moment. I was like, do I not already have 14? I did wait for a while for the price to go down to be cheaper than 3 for 2 on Sci-fi. I tried to wait ages for loads of Viz stuff. I'm kind of at a point where, because prices keep going up, I'm more than happy to wait a month or 2 for prices to go down a bit. I don't have to read or get things as soon as they come out. I genuinely don't really care all that much. Occasionally is a little naughty treat, but if I keep doing little naughty treats, it all adds up. So I'm more than happy to wait. I have enough to read as is. I still need to read Chainsaw Man. I'm thinking I will do a video. There's a bunch of series I want to vlog me reading. Chainsaw Man is one of them. Then we have Who Wants to Marry a Billionaire 7. This is the final volume in the series, I think. I don't think it says final anywhere on there unless I've missed it, but I do think this is the final volume. I'm kind of happy for it to be over at this point. I enjoyed it a lot at the beginning and I've kind of gone downhill a bit. I've gotten a bit confused at times, so I kind of just want to see a conclusion at this point. Help Volume 7, staying up to date. I've still not continued reading it though. I wasn't blown away by Volume 1, which is one of the reasons I've not rushed back to reading it. I Want to End This Love Game. It's a new Viz print and pretty much I just stay up to date with Viz series at this moment in time. Hopefully I'll enjoy it. It looks like a romance, I guess. How Do We Relationship Volume 10. Very behind on reading this series. It is a highly acclaimed GL. I need to get back into this one as well. Forgive me. My Special One Volume 5, newish release. I think it might be out a little bit, but I waited for the price to come down. I really enjoy high school romance with an idol. There's something about it that I just kind of really enjoy. I don't even understand idol culture or anything, but I really do enjoy these, like Tam on B-side. They're not amazing at all, but I do enjoy them. I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. I'll spoil her with delicacies and style and make her the happiest woman in the world. 4. I love this series. I adore this series so much. I recommend this to everyone. It sounds like a filthy degenerate series. It is the literal opposite. It is a heartwarming, sweet, beautiful romance-ish story between these two characters, and oh my god, I squeal every volume. I need to close my eyes, I need to cover my heart, I need to cry a little. It's beautiful. Highly recommend this a lot, if you can't tell. Okay, on top we have Tales of Tendo Family from One Piece Books. Brand new series. I've seen some people that were quite excited on Twitter about it, so I'm interested to go into it. All I know is I think it's a shoujo. That is the extent of my knowledge. Then we have I Want a Gal Gamer to Praise Me Volume 1, new series from Yen Press. I've seen a couple of people liken it to Gal Goen, I want to say, which has some questionableness to it, but otherwise it's kind of a wholesome series and I'm kind of intrigued by the gamer aspect. Then we have Dark Gathering Volume 5. I've been unsure about the series. I did not enjoy watching the anime. I found it super duper creepy. I'm still collecting it as a Viz series. It was less bad reading it than watching the anime, which did surprise me. And we have Case Closed Volume 89. I am staying up to date with the series. No, I have not started it yet. Yes, I'm scared. Maybe when it hits 100, I'll do a crazy reading vlog thing, but I hope no one remembers that, please. Then we have I Want to Be a Receptionist in This Magical World 3. I really like this like fantasy romance. It's not overly romancy yet though, really. It's kind of just a slice of life fantasy series. It's definitely like I enjoy it, but I'm not sure if I'd enjoy it enough to do like a big like I recommend this series. I do enjoy reading it though. Next we have Love and Heart Volume 10, which is the final volume of the series, and boy am I glad it's the final volume of the series. I had properly dipped on it by this point. We did get loads of answers in Volume 9, and it was nice to get the answers of like all the mystery of what was happening. But I'm just ready for it to be done at this point, I think. Which is a shame because I loved at the beginning how like awful the characters were. And then we have Apothecary Diaries Volume 11. I am so behind on reading this and I feel so bad about it because I enjoy the series. I'm just behind on reading a few series. And this unfortunately is one of them. I'm trying to still stay up to date, waiting for prices to go down to a price that I find acceptable. So I'm not paying crazy prices still, and I enjoy the series, so I'm staying up to date. I'll probably just try and binge a few at once. Probably. Okay, so we have Vampire Knight 17. This is the last volume I needed to complete Vampire Knight. Yes, I understand it's a trashy series, but it's still nice to have it complete. I also don't know anything about it. I didn't read or watch it or anything when I was younger. I know there's some questionable things. I kind of don't remember what the questionable things are. I've not really paid attention because I didn't want spoilers. So I kind of look forward to finding out myself. Then we have the villainess stands the heroes, playing the antagonist to support her faves. Yuna just like tried to nick Bubble Wrap from under my feet. Volume 3. I like this villainess series. It's absolutely great. She is it's an isekai. She's isekai'd into a game where she loves so many characters and she's just trying to make sure all her favorite characters have the best life they can and go on like the right route to ensure their character development. It's great. It took ages for Volume 2 to come out. It's nice to see Volume 3 come out not too far afterwards. Next we have Prince Freya Volume 10. Prince Freya is a series where I found binging a bunch of volumes really helped me enjoy the story to the point that I am going to put off reading volumes because I read Volume 9 on its own. I just did not enjoy it as much because it just felt so hard to get into, especially because it's quite short volumes. So I'm going to wait till I have like 3 or 4 and read them together. Next we have Who Made Me a Princess Volume 5. This is a isekai where she's isekai'd into a baby in a story that she's familiar with, and we're kind of following her growing up, which is kind of neat. It's not like an outright romance or anything. It's not a villainess. She's not a grown adult. She's been isekai'd as a baby and we're watching her grow up. I've been quite enjoying this one. There's a vaguely similar one called Daughter of the Emperor. I definitely prefer this one more. I think it's a lot prettier. These covers, gorgeous. This is so nice. Hyped for this one. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint 2. People in the Discord kept calling this like the Ben series because the guy's superpower is that he's read a light novel, which very much tickled me. I enjoyed Volume 1 a lot. Yempress sent me Volume 1. Really did enjoy it, so very, very excited for a Volume 2. A lot. I'm trying to make Ben read it, but he's like, no, I'm going to read some real books. It's like, how dare you? Then we have Boys Abyss Volume 4. This has actually been out, it's been available on sci-fi for quite a while, but I really put off picking it up because it was like £9 and I wasn't paying that. This feels like this is such a questionable series, but I find it such a compelling read sometimes. Like, I don't think I enjoy it, but I read it really quickly. It's like a car crash and I'm here for it, but I don't like it. That makes any sense. I still don't think I've read my Volume 3. I'm a bit behind. I don't know if I want to read 2 back to back though. Final Parcel. So there's our Volume 2 of Ogami Can't Keep It In. Again, very excited. I'll probably read 2 and 3 back to back. What else have we got? We have Magic Knight Raya Part 1 Volumes 1 and 2. I did not realise this was like a reprinting or something, because the only version of this that I know is the big, massive hardbacks, and I was not interested in picking those up. And I held off on these for some reason. I thought they were like old printings and hard to find, and I was like, well, I don't want to just get 1 and 2, not be able to find the rest. Not realising that actually, no, it's a complete new printing. So I have picked these up because I have now joined the endeavour to collect clamp series, apparently, because I hate myself a little, or I love myself, I don't know, both maybe. It's really neat that they're doing this reprint, and I kind of like we've got different coloured spines. I am a sucker for that. Then we have Nina and the Starry Bride 3. I have enjoyed my volume 1. It reminded me a bit of Prince Freya, I think a little bit better. I've not read my volume 2 yet, but I look forward to it. Final volume in the haul is I Got Reincarnated in a BL World of Big Man Boobs. Volume 1. I was so hyped for this. I can't even describe how hyped I was because it's borderline insane, to be honest. It looks dumb. It is a big chunk of a volume, especially in like a big format. I hope it's really silly and dumb. I'm kind of bummed it's not plastic wrapped because that kind of suggests it's not going to be as smutty as I kind of hoped it might be, but I'm still hopeful it's going to be amazing in a terrible way. If it's actually like good, that's amazing, but if it's also like bad good, I'm also good with that. I completely forgot about these while filming that haul, so I'll just quickly show you now. I also received these 2 kits from ROLIFE / I'm not sure how you pronounce this, Rokar? First off, I received this orrery, which is like a solar system. All the planets go around. Very, very excited about this. I love space, constellations, solar system, all that jazz. This looks amazing. Also received a book nook. Now, I do have a book nook that I fully intended to build on stream. However, because they have sent this to me, these were both sent to me, by the way, because this was sent to me, these are the ones I'm going to prioritize building on stream. Currently, when I'm recording this, I haven't done it yet, but by the time this goes up, I probably have. So do go check out that live stream. I'm very excited to try and build this and have it on my manga shelves. I think these are going to look absolutely amazing. I think it's going to be a blast. Absolutely. And if you missed this one, I'll do another one at some point where I build the other book nook, or potentially finish this one. I don't know if I'll finish it all in one stream unless I gun it. I don't know yet. And with that, today's haul is complete. Woo! In hindsight, with how long I've been going, I could have potentially still split the secondhand and the new release stuff into their own videos. No, I probably won't still do that. I might. No, I won't. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to give this video a like and subscribe for lots of manga content. Check out my channel memberships for early access, 99p a month. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the haul, what you thought of the secondhand stuff, what you thought of the new stuff. And if you haven't already, be sure to join the Dudettes Discord. We've got a load of fun stuff going on. We've introduced a housing system, which is going down a treat. Everyone's having a great time. Points up for grabs, leaderboards, giveaways, house cups, all that jazz. It's great fun. You have to join to see what I mean. Otherwise, I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!